Kanye West is an outspoken Grammy Award-winning rapper, record producer and fashion designer. Who is Kanye West? Kanye West initially made his mark on the music industry as a producer for leading artists. He showcased his own abilities as a rapper with his 2004 debut, College Dropout, and cemented his place atop the hip-hop world via such chart-topping albums as Late Registration, 2005, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, 2010, Yeezus, 2013, and Ye, 2018. The winner of nearly 24 Grammy Awards, West is also known for his award show theatrics, forays into fashion and marriage to Kim Kardashian. Early life. Kanye Omari West was born in Atlanta, Georgia, on June 8, 1977. His father, Ray, was a photojournalist for the Atlanta Journal newspaper and was also politically active in the Black Panthers. He later became a Christian counselor. West's mother, Donda, was a teacher who became a professor of English at Chicago State University, and eventually, her son's manager before she died at the age of 58 from heart disease after cosmetic surgery in 2007. Her passing would profoundly affect West musically as well as personally. Ray and Donda divorced amicably when West was 3. After that he was raised on Chicago's middle-class South Shore neighborhood by his mother, and spent summers with his father. At the age of 10, West moved for a year with Donda to China, where she taught as part of a university exchange program. He was the only foreigner in his class. After returning to Chicago, West was drawn to the South Side's hip-hop scene, and he befriended the DJ and producer No ID, who became his mentor. West graduated from Polaris High School and won a scholarship to study at Chicago's American Academy of Art, but dropped out of college altogether to pursue music, an act that would inform the title of his first solo album years later. Music producer. After spending time producing for local artists, West developed a signature style, dubbed chipmunk soul, characterized by sped-up soul samples. He then moved to New York in 2001. Here he got his big break handling the production for the Jay-Z track, This Can't Be Life, which appeared on the 2000 album Dynasty, Rock La Familia. The following year he cemented his burgeoning reputation by producing 4 songs on Jay-Z's The Blueprint, widely regarded as one of the greatest rap albums of all time. From there, West went on to produce for other stellar talents, including the rappers Mos Def, Talib Kweli and Ludacris, and the singers Alicia Keys and Beyoncé. But West was not content to be a backroom player. He wanted to be the headline act but initially struggled to be taken seriously as a rapper. He pleaded with Roc-A-Fella Records to let him rap, but as co-founder Jay-Z later told Time magazine, "We all grew up street guys who had to do whatever we had to do to get by." Then there's Kanye, who to my knowledge has never hustled a day in his life. I didn't see how it could work. West got a similar response from other labels. "I'd leave meetings crying all the time," he recalled. With reluctance, Damon Dash signed West to Roc-A-Fella in 2002, but he did so mostly to retain him as a producer. That October, as West was driving home from a recording session in a California studio, he was involved in a head-on car collision that left him with a shattered jaw. He wrote and recorded a song about the experience, Through the Wire, with his jaw still wired shut following reconstructive surgery. He then wrote much of the rest of his debut album while recuperating in LA, but once the album was complete, it was leaked online. In response, West decided to make it better. He revised and rewrote songs and refined the production, adding stronger drums, gospel choirs and strings. He paid for orchestras out of his own pocket. Fashion. After the Swift debacle, West took a break from music to focus on fashion. He had already been collaborating with labels including A Bathing Ape and Nike on limited edition sneakers since 2006. He even reportedly interned at Gap in 2009, and later Fendi, to gain experience. He launched his first collection in Paris in 2011, but it was widely panned. "You can't just dump some fox fur on a runway and call it luxury," sniffed Long Nguyen, style director of Flaunt magazine. West gave a wounded-sounding speech at the show's after-party. "Please be easy," he said. "Please give me a chance to grow." After his second collection a year later received a lukewarm reception, West announced he would no longer be showing in Paris. He collaborated with the French label APC on a capsule collection in 2013 and signed a $10 million deal with Adidas, launching his first apparel collection Yeezy Season 1, with the brand in October 2015. The line has had a mixed reception, although his Season 5 collection in February 2017 won praise from Anna Wintour. "I liked it a lot," she told the New York Post. "A little bit more focus than sometimes we've seen from him. Marriage to Kim Kardashian and children. In 2012, West released a compilation album, Cruel Summer, showcasing artists on his Good Music label. But that year the headlines were more concerned over his relationship with the reality TV star Kim Kardashian, which began in April. They got engaged in October 21, 2013, after West proposed at the AT&T Baseball Stadium in San Francisco, and they married on May 24, 2014, in the historic Fort di Belvedere in Italy. Andrea Bocelli sang as Kardashian walked down the aisle, in front of guests that included the designer Rachel Roy, the tennis champion Serena Williams, the film director Steve McQueen and music stars legend, Q-Tip, Rick Rubin, Tyga and Lana Del Rey. The couple have 3 children. Daughter North, born June 15, 2013, son Saint, born December 5, 2015, and another daughter, born via surrogate January 15, 2018. The couple welcomed their 4th child, son Sam, via surrogate in May 2019. In February 2021, Kardashian filed for divorce from West. Yeezus. Anyone listening to West's 6th album, Yeezus, which came out in June 2013, would hear little evidence that the rapper was living an idyllic existence. Sonically, the album was abrasive, raw and almost entirely melody-free. West had enlisted the producer Rick Rubin to make wholesale changes just days before the release. Lyrically, West sounded paranoid and narcissistic to the point of bathos, especially on I Am a God, which contained the immortal line, "Hurry up with my damn croissants." West claimed the album was an attack on the commercial, and certainly it contained little that was radio-friendly, barring the magnificent glam rock-inspired single, Black Skinhead, the first of only 2 singles from the album. Yeezus remains the only West album to have sold fewer than 1 million copies in the US. Yet it was critically well received, not least by the rock legend Lou Reed, who told Rolling Stone that each track is like making a movie. The guy really is talented. Jimmy Kimmel beef. A Twitter spat erupted that September with West and Jimmy Kimmel, after the talk show host mocked an interview West had given to the BBC in the UK. Kimmel hired child actors to recite some of West's more bombastic quotes on his show. But West was far from amused. Jimmy Kimmel is out of line to try and spoof in any way the first piece of honest media in years, read one of a series of angry tweets. Kimmel gleefully read out West's tweets during his next show, sparking more opprobrium from the rapper, who shared a link to a Slate article titled, "Kanye Was Right." The following month West appeared in person on Jimmy Kimmel Live. The interview lasted most of the episode, and featured several free-flowing Kanye monologues, covering everything from his career to his thoughts on the paparazzi, Steve Jobs and Jesus. "I don't know if you know this, but a lot of people think you're a jerk," joked Kimmel, although he went on to praise West's character. It turned out the two had known each other prior to the spat, which was why West had been hurt by Kimmel's portrayal of him. Kimmel admitted that considering a celebrity's feelings was not something that comes to mind when I'm cooking up a comedy sketch. By the end of the show they had cleared the air.